Hello. Good afternoon, one and all. Welcome yourselves. I have yet to actually put on my camera. My camera is on. Hi. How are we? I'm Mr. Millionaire. Well, you know what they say. You work for 4 years and get nothing for it. Then one day it comes through. I don't know. Yeah. Did you get the bag sorted? Kind of, but not really. So I filled out all the forms that I have to, and it said it'll take up to 3 business days. Got a response last night saying that apparently it had an issue with me, with the country I put on it. And I'm like, well, I put the UK twice. So I filled out the form again, and hopefully that will be fine. I don't really know what they want what else they want from me. I'm a bit confused. So I filled out the forms again today, but it's not updating the status of it. Like, it's not said like, oh, well, it will take this many business days and blah, 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 blah. It's just like, just puts the word failed there. Like, so I open up the thing, fill it all out again, press enter. It even lets me download a printout version or a downloadable version of the declaration of it, but then doesn't actually let me then, like, it doesn't seem to update the dashboard to say, oh yeah, we've received it. We'll look at it in a few days. It's just like, it just stays on the same status. So I don't really know what's going on with it. I'll be real with you. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, no, it's okay. I think it's all right. Also, I think my Misadventures client has crashed. The game is alive. Oh, what's going on here? Hold on. I seemingly can't tab into it. What's that about? Let me try killing it. End task. There you go. Right, we'll launch it back up again. So yeah, so I think it's some form of progress. You know, you have to contact support. Yeah, potentially. What I'll do is I'll try again on Monday. If it doesn't go to any kind of status where it's saying, hey, yeah, we'll take a look in the next couple business days, then I'll message them and say, hey, look, I keep doing it. It's not actually changing, and we'll go from there with it. So yeah. I did the little backtrack on it as well. So I went through my analytics and looked at basically how far back it probably is, and my guesstimate based on how much it's saying they owe me and also how much I've earned in, like, you know, like you set the date range. I had to go back as far as October 2021. So pretty much 4 years on the nose since I last received a payment from Twitch. Do you know if the amount on screen you'll get is what you'll actually get? I think so. I hope so. I don't know for certain though. What is going on with Modrinth today? I feel like everything's just not working. Modrinth is there and I see it, but it doesn't let me click on it in any capacity whatsoever. It's definitely not open there. Let me just double check Modrinth in there. Modrinth is not open there. Okay. So now I'll launch up Modrinth. It loads the app and I can't click on it. Huh? I think what I might need to do is I might need to just do I'm just going to do a cheeky restart. It's the benefit of having a 2 PC setup. I can still keep talking to you lot whilst things are going. So that'll be fine. Boom. Restart anyway. How did Yogs not notice something if they were supposed to be taking some? Well, I think basically they just get siphoned off their piece of it. And that's just how it is. Like, I think that was just like a long time ago. How do you not notice something like that? I think for me, it's my Twitch earnings have never been like crazy. So I always thought it was just in the fold with all of my other earnings, if that makes sense. Because the numbers kind of like added up, like looking at my YouTube analytics and then looking at the Twitch earnings, there wasn't a huge discrepancy or anything. So I guess I just kind of thought it was fine. But clearly I was very wrong. I was very, very wrong. So there's been some real like squeaky bum time, like, oh, do I need to like set up a Patreon or just call it a day moments, which maybe never needed to happen. So a lot of unnecessary stress has happened this last couple of years. And I would sit down as well. I'd sit down and I'd go through it all. And it's just like, Jesus. Channel members. Yeah, literally. For real. Interesting. Now, my computer's only appearing on my secondary monitor, and it's like movie resolution, but really blurry. Good. It's not like I've been sat at this computer for the past like 2 hours and everything has been fine. Yet the moment I go live, it suddenly decides it's going to shit. Like, what is that? Oh, no, everything's gone black. Is it going to... Oh, I hear a ding. Okay. Wallpaper, full resolution. Looking good. Good start. Okay, let's try and get some music on. Let's see if that breaks the bank. Let's press this one. Oh, it's a bit adventurous. Also a bit adventurous. Also a bit adventurous. What's with this music? Oh my god, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take dramatic music whilst trying to launch my happy-go-lucky Minecraft client. All right, everything seems to be working again now. We're good. So yeah, so basically that's where we're at with all of that sort of stuff. So, oh, little update. I've been making a spreadsheet, essentially a when to meet of how to make all of the, well, I say all of, hopefully a lot of the players for the Misadventures Dagger Heart thing actually work. And I'm just waiting on one person to get back to me about whether they're available on one of the days, because they specifically wanted to play with a certain person, but it basically they are like the undetermined link, basically. So the other person that they want to play with is available on the day that is on, but it's about whether the person who made the request actually has that day free, because it's a friend's birthday and they've got to figure out whether the person's doing anything for it. So once that's locked in, if I get a yes from them, then we're all good. If I get a yes from them, I've got 2 parties of 4. One would play on the 7th and the 14th. The other would play on the 9th and 10th. So obviously one party basically gets through the whole thing in much quicker succession, whereas the other one would have a week's break in between, which is probably more preferable, honestly. It's probably nice to put it down, go away, and then come back to it. But it's the only way it's going to work. But yeah, it is a mixture of time zones as well as just people's general availability and stuff like that. But we can make it happen. And then that does still mean that there are 2 people who are left out, which means that 2 people just straight up don't get to play. But what we could do is we could see if we can wrangle up 2 more misadventurers who would want to join a party with those 2. One person that I've asked hasn't actually engaged with any of this, so I reckon they've just missed it. So that would be 3 players in a party, and then we just need a 4th. And I'm thinking maybe I could convince Timmy to play. I think he'd be game for it. I think he'd have a good laugh with it. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Scheduling is always the villain of these sorts of things. Yeah, and what it is it's the run up to TwitchCon. So obviously everybody's busy, and then also I've asked like quite last minute to do this. Basically, I can't really do much until this is done, because then I can get because I want to get my video out basically, and then I can move on to the next project. But I have said, even if like the 2 people that are left out don't get to play now, then I could just simply go ahead and figure something else out. Like I could write another story that they get priority on next time. Or like you said, we could bring in non-misadventurers. I guess that would work. I could call on the crew. Admittedly, I've not actually poked Ren about this just yet. So maybe Ren would be game. In fact, if I was to ask Ren if he wanted to play, because for him it'd be really good practice for the other stuff we've been doing. That could work. And then the other person who said that they would be up for it because they play a bunch of D&D was Cleo. So I maybe need to touch base with Cleo. So that would be Cleo, Ren, and then whichever 2 people can't be part of the first 2 parties. So that could work. But I don't know whether, I'm assuming Cleo's not TwitchCon, but maybe Ren is. I'm not sure, not 100%. Right, let's have a look. Oh, Muddy Mangrove might be a shout. Is Muddy Mangrove breakable with fist? It is. Cool. All right, nice. Let me put down some of these bad boys. I'm basically just trying to empty out my inventory. Nice. Got anything else interesting? We've got mud in that one, so I'll bring you. I've got a lot of books here as well. Do I have bookshelves here? I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, 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 boop. Just to empty out the inventory ever so slightly. Lovely. All right, mud blocks in that slot. Sweet. Bum, 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 bum. Ren is going to TwitchCon. Oh, okay, fair. Well, maybe Ren would just play in a group post TwitchCon. Maybe that would be the thing. What would be nice is if Ren gets to play that, so he gets more familiar with the system. Which I think he probably, to be honest, it felt like he did by the end of by the end of the Back and Fork campaign. And then we'll just basically figure out the rest as we go. I'm hoping that I don't get bored or fatigued of playing it again and again. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that I enjoy it. By the way, does sea pickles emit light? Am I crazy in thinking that? They do. Oh, cool. Okay. That's actually great for me. Let's see. I don't know if I have any more. I've got 4 more total. Okay, fair. Interesting. I never knew that. Poke my head up here. So what you're looking at here basically is a tunnel. And this tunnel is essentially going to be the way of getting into the dungeon. So I want them to swim through here. And then basically once they're through here, why is that bouncing me up? Do I have auto jump on? No, it's off. How weird. But yeah, the idea is that they're going to swim through a big old messy assortment of tunnels. And there'll be 2 ways of getting in here. Either they will figure out the shortcut via Orchidia itself, or they'll just go out to the further deeper waters and they'll figure it out from there instead, basically. Now some of this... Oh, no, I can break that one. Nice. Okay, cool. So let's just pull up these walls. So these will all be made of mud to begin with, and I'm going to replace it with, like, texture in a moment. I'm going to try and be a good builder and actually do things in a bit more of a bold wool kind of fashion. Let's go back up. Actually, where was the air pocket? Secret tunnel, secret tunnel. The more bunched up they are, the more light they emit. That's pretty cool. That will be handy for my purposes. This is going to be one of the bigger veins coming through here. I almost feel like I should use like a random generator to make it, but I suppose I don't know exactly what sort of space I'm working with, so we'll just ad-lib this and see how it goes. We'll have that there. So the idea is that I'm going to be popping copper blocks around the place, and these are going to be random openings. And then we'll just have a number of paths that you can travel in order to go there. Were they always slightly weathered? Because I know that we have like 0 tick speed on the server. Or at least in the overworld we do. Boop, boop. It's all Kamabamalam. Kamabamalam. Hey-oh. Can I stand up? There we go. Whoop. First stream. Welcome, Jade. How you doing? Yeah, our plan today is to make this tunnel. We're going to have to get some weathered copper. Actually, to be honest, oxidized copper. In order to actually make the dungeon entrance. And then we'll figure out the rest from there. So let's pull up these walls. Let's do this real quick. I don't know what to have as the floor in these tunnels. Maybe it should just be all mud. You reckon? I feel like that might be the shout. And then we'll populate it later on with other types of blocks. We'll mix in some like muddy mangrove. We'll do some... could even just straight up do dirt. Dirt could work. Maybe we'll get some other little doodads. Where'd those pickles go? Oh, yay! Okay, confirmation. Confirmation. Yay. Okay, cool. Right. That's good. That's good. We got confirmation. The person who wanted to play with someone has replied, and we've got confirmation that we are good. So now I just need to make all the group chats and be like, hey, based on the dates you gave me, this is what we can do. Yay. All right, I'm going to make the groups right now. One group is that one, that one. I've actually forgotten who else is in that group. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure Kamabamalam is one of those people. Let me get the list. Yes, it is. So Cam, and Eloise. Sweet. Hello all. Is the 7th a Tuesday? It is. Boom. And then we'll make the second group as well. So the second group is this person, this person. And one person was quite tricky because they literally only had like 4 dates or 4 days that they were available. Hello all. Gonna get a thumbs up. Let me just triple check that. Yeah, that should be fine. Nice. Got it. Cool. I will let you know. Scott, I should read rules, BRB. Wait, what? Oh, you don't have to worry about reading rules. The rules are just kind of obvious for my channel, realistically, right? The rules are don't be a dick and just, I don't know, just be a nice person. Like, there's no, like, crazy rules in here. It's like, you know, no homophobia, no xenophobia, just none of that. You know what I mean? Just none of that. Just be a good person and you're going to be fine. If you're just in here participating, if there's ever a stream where it's like, oh, you know, no spoilers and people are giving spoilers, obviously that's like a stream established rule in that moment or whatever. Then that's that. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know how and when I got all of this mud, by the way, but I'm very glad I do. I'm very fortunate to have this available. All right, nice. Let's build these walls up. Am I taking damage? Nice. We'll stand up here for a second. Luckily, I've got my helmet, which has got Aqua Affinity on it. I think that's the right one, isn't it? For, like, water breathing sort of thing. Let's see. All right, let's build this up. So that's exciting, either way, for the Dagger Heart thing. So we have 2 groups that are going to play it on 2 days. At the moment, the proposed dates are the 7th and the 14th for Group 1, and then the 9th and 10th for Group 2. So weirdly, Group 1 will play first, but they'll actually finish second. Wait, that is oxidizing. Oh, what the hell? Is that a thing? I didn't think that happened in our world. Or is it simply because it's in water? Is that a trade-off because we have no tick speed? Now I'm curious if everything inside of here is changing. I wonder if we have that. I wonder if it's because of the water. Oh, yeah, look, it is. Oh, so maybe copper does oxidize in the overworld. Yeah, look, because all of these are full. None of these are like weathered. Oh. So copper does oxidize here. Oh, yeah, looks like that whole tunnel there is... Oh, my God. Okay. I mean, that's good for me currently because it means that I don't have to go and do a quest. I've already got 61 blocks of copper, which we can have them... you know, do their thing every so often. What's happening? Is this a dungeon? Yeah, so I'm currently building out a dungeon entrance. What I was just in a moment ago is the dungeon. So I'm going to have to wax a load of stuff here. I thought that nothing grew in the overworld, but... or oxidized, but I was wrong. Right, let's do this. Let's go like this. Whoops. I'm trying to make this as random as possible, but I don't know how well this is going to work. Hey Martin, any plans to download Season 10 Hermitcraft in the near future? I already have it downloaded. Yeah, I literally downloaded it last night. So I have it. I want to have a go at Gasket Ball if I can. Hello, Nuke. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Come on in, everyone. Let me show you real quick what I'm working on. So for those of you just joining the stream from Nuke's channel, recently I have been learning and also running, I've run one session of it. I have a tabletop RPG called Dagger Heart. So it comes from the Critical Role team, who have done basically, I think the most famous like D&D web show that's in existence. And basically I built this room here, which is going to be the culmination of a Dagger Heart short story, which will probably take place over 2 live streams, but it all finishes here. So at the moment, I am beneath the town of Orchidia. This is where the secrets are. And this dungeon is down here. And this dungeon will be playable on Misadventures. So if you don't know, Misadventures SMP is a D&D inspired Minecraft server where we are slowly but surely populating a world with towns and points of interest and all these other kinds of things. And basically, I wanted to reveal that this place exists after playing some tabletop RPG, which is fun. So, yeah, basically that's what's going on right now. So I've built the dungeon room itself, which is where the final boss fight will happen in the episodes. And then what I'm now working on is a tunnel that goes towards it. So basically, what sparked all of this ages ago was the fact that in Orchidia, which is this town just here, this building here is the tavern. The tavern sold something called swamp juice. And what the swamp juice did was it allowed the drinker to breathe underwater. It's like a water breathing potion that's been like rebranded slightly. And I was like, that's pretty cool. How cool would it be if there was a reason to go underneath the water? And it turns out if you swim out to about here, you can then get under the world painter that's been done to obviously craft this unique landscape. And basically that's an idea that was put into my head a very long time ago. And only now am I actually coming around to actually execute on it. But it's fun. It's good. So we are currently just building a tunnel. And then the idea is this tunnel will go to here. And then maybe about here is where the entrance will be. Or it could even just be straight. I could maybe build it here instead, so I can actually have a more straight-on tunnel. And yeah, basically that is what we're up to at the minute. So we're slowly building out a tunnel. And the idea is that this tunnel will change every time. There we go. Whoop. And one of the charms of this SMP as well is that there's a lot of building in the SMP, but we wanted to take the grind out of it. So when people build these points of interest, some of them are essentially just farms. So you will interact with some kind of gameplay element that's not your typical, you know, Minecraft vanilla stuff. And then as a result of that, you'll get like a reward chest, which will contain a random assortment of items. So like I've just recently done a copper, a couple of copper quests. And basically that gave me a bunch of, copper block variants, whether that was, I'm trying to think whether it was like, you know, cut copper, doors, trap doors, all that kind of thing. I want to put this block here. So I want this doorway. Oh, actually, I've already got one there. In fact, I will have that there. I will have that there. I guess we need to build another tunnel of sorts here. So let's do that. And what I'm doing at the minute is I'm just building up a load of random walls. And I'm going to be putting dividers into them. And then basically, in each in-game day, or maybe every IRL day, the layout will change. Like the path that you can travel will alter. And we'll have like maybe 5 or 6 different routes you can go in order to get through here. So it's a lot of just kind of making tunnels and walls at the minute. And then having people figure it out later on as to which way they can go. But we'll have predefined routes, basically. I'll basically have a set coordinate for each copper block. And then I will tell the developers, like, right, first combination is this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And basically play it out from there. Let me stand up here for a second. Oop, nice. I just want to see what the players are saying. Some of them are reacting.
Wanna feel old? I started watching Martin when I was 7 to 8 years old in elementary/primary school. Now I'm a full-time teacher for kids 7 to 8-year-olds, elementary/primary school.
Boom, 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 boom. Nice. All right, cool. What was that? Sorry. Want to feel old? I started watching Martin when I was 7 or 8 years old in elementary primary school. Now I'm a full-time teacher for kids 7 to 8 years old. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Jesus. Yeah, I do feel old. I feel old all the time. Too old. Too old. Right, so block there, block there, block there, and block there. I suppose we want to have a vertical level to this if that's the case, so... God, I still have more mud blocks, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining. Just figuring out how I want to navigate this. This might be a mistake trying to ad-lib a tunnel like this, but I think it'll be fine. I think we'll figure it out. We'll just sort of slowly but surely flesh this out. I probably should just grab one of those magma blocks. I'll just use it for myself. You okay, bud? Let's have a look. There we go. There we go. Let me just grab the VOD of the Dagger Heart session we did. Dagger Heart in the Little Wood. Sorry, I'm just replying to some messages. Nice. There we go. Sweet. Just got here and all I see is Martin looking very confused. Sorry. No, I'm not confused. It's basically, I think we've got dates locked in now, or close to locked in. I've proposed them, but they've already kind of confirmed they can do those days for the Dagger Heart adventure inside of Misadventures. So I want to finish up this tunnel and basically get it all going, get it all together. Which I think could be really fun. So I'm just like coordinating with the players and filling them in on how everything's going to work. And basically go from there with it. So that one's there. Is the one at the top there? There is. There's this one here too. And we'll have one on the edge as well. Oops. I want this to feel a little bit confusing and a little bit squished. We'll pop sea pickles down. I've obviously got Fulbright on at the minute. Just to make it easier for placing stuff. But we'll drop the light level soon enough and we'll actually figure out what to put where. I'll tell you what, dripstone would actually be really useful here. I think I have a bunch of dripstone. I think I was specifically watching the, is it called Oxen Heart? Is that the name of the show? From like the Outside Xbox guys. When I was collecting a load of dripstone the other day. Oop, there we go. Oh, am I not considered out of the water there? How not? How so? There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Nice. Give me 2 seconds. Nice. There we go. Sweet. Incredible first wait, what's that? This is my first time seeing your face. I thought you were a twink. You know what? I don't even think I know exactly what that means. I'll be real with you. I don't think I actually know what that means. I've heard the phrase before, but I don't know what it would mean to look like one. You know what I mean? Oh man, he's so old. I am, dude. I'm like fucking 35. 35, bro. You got to remember this. Let's see. I think I need to roof this off, don't I? Let's do that real quick. I wanted it to feel a little bit more open than this. It is feeling a little bit cramped. And if we can save on mud, then we should. We'll pop a copper there. I've got to pop a copper there. Pop a copper there. Pop a copper, pop a copper, pop a copper there. Couldn't be further from you, to be honest. All right, fair. What are the characteristics? Hit me with it. Teach me something today, chat. Slim build and youthful appearance. To be honest, 10 years ago, yeah. Now, not so much. Maybe I'll get back there. Who knows? But I feel like I'm going to bulk rather than anything else now. The beard phase really evolved him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So what would my classification be now? If that's what you thought I was, what? I mean, I probably can understand my voice probably has characteristics of that for sure. I'm intrigued what I would actually be considered. Wizard. Wizard. I'm surprised that's not Dom who said that. I thought Dom would be trying to get the bias in. Nice. Get that one there. I'll leave dirt for now. I think this wall needs to come into existence. Yeah, there we go. This is starting to feel confusing now. I like it. This was the goal. This is a very flat wall. We need to give that some shape and some wiggle, some dimension. Let's fill this floor in. I want the floor to definitely like impact downwards a bit as well. I'd like to make a lot of the tunnel swimways more like 2 wide rather than 1 wide. I don't want it to feel too claustrophobic. So maybe something a little bit more like that would do the trick. And maybe it can like dip in on occasion and like go up like that. And there'll be these little like bait pockets and stuff like that. That could be quite cool. And then we'll get the variants in later on with like texturing and stuff. Where's that magma gone? Ooh. Gimme. Yeah, we're going to texture in a bit. I've got a load of muddy mangrove roots. We can put in moss blocks. We're obviously going to have copper over this way as well. Speaking of which, I should lay out a bunch of copper, maybe around here, so we can all start oxidizing. Because I do need some more oxidized copper for my... for the tunnel, for the entrance tunnel for the whole dungeon itself. That block there can probably go. There you go. So this is actually like the shortest route to travel. At least I think it will be. I suppose it would be, yeah. Because then you don't have to go around the whole outer tunnel to get to here. Oh, no, wrong one. And wrong one again. Good. It's because it's put it in my hotbar now in that slot. It's annoying. I like the idea that this isn't super apparent from the outside. We'll grab some air. Dun, 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 dun. Nice. Okay, can't break blocks there, so that's fine. We'll just slowly engulf this as best we can. I think because that one there is technically considered Orchidia. So we'll just have to sort of slowly flesh it out. There you go. Can't place one there. Okay, no worries. Okay. Can't break that one there. That's fine. So like I said, for now, all mud. Finish it out later. Nice. I'm actually going to leave that there. Actually, no, I'd like that to be water. There you go. Nice. What's your favourite song on Olivia Dean's new record, by the way? It's been about a week since it dropped. You know what? I've only managed to listen to the album in full once so far. I'd probably have to say... I mean, it's hard not to say, like, Man I Need. You know what I mean? There's Man I Need. There's Right for Each... what's it called? Right for Each Other? I can't remember what that song's called. But then I really like Louder as well. Or is it Louder or Loud? There's a track that's called something like that. And I really like that one. Nice to Each Other. Sorry, that's it, yeah. Yeah, Nice to Each Other is a bop. Okay, here we go. So let's keep staircasing this inward. Oh, I'm finally out of mud blocks. Oh, man. What is the quickest way for me to get mud? I mean, finding the right biome is the quickest way. Shall I have a little wander into the resource world, see if I can find some more? Let's see.
The stream could always use more subscribers.
Can't think of what would be the easiest way to do this. Let's check. Resource world. Right. Ooh, all of this is looking good. Hold on. Right direction. We might get a lot of what we want here. We could even incorporate in some mossy cobble as well. That could be good. This is not a terrible biome for what we're after. Obviously, a swamp would have been super ideal for mud, but maybe we can get some more alternatives. Is this playing in 30 FPS for everyone else? It looks like it to me. People have said this for a while now, but I don't know. Oh, Lush Cave. Ooh. Does Lush Cave have mud? Or no, I can't think. Lush Cave mud, or is it more just moss and clay? It's got clay. We'll grab some of this mossy cobble. Hello, Jerry. Yeah, we'll definitely grab some of these mossy cobble deposits. We were kind of doing this at the end of the last live stream. How have you managed that then? Is it actually nighttime and the Fulbright's going crazy? No, it's just that Skelly's just chilling because of all of the trees. Sure. He's got shade. He's got shelter. I saw somebody else say that Sausage has a mud farm. So where's that then? Hey Martin, is there a date for the next Back and Fork? There isn't. I think I'm going to wait until post TwitchCon to do that. I'd like to do that when I can like get some momentum on it. My priority right now is getting the Misadventures one done, which literally during the course of this stream, I finally managed to get somewhat of a confirmation from people about dates for it. Ah, no, so I want that, but I need Silk Touch. I mean, I have Silk Touch, it would just be slow going. Because if I shovel that, I don't get it, right? It'll just be dirt. Yeah. This would be great for the floor of the, tunnels. Still can't believe you're not going. I want you to sign my Martin card. I know. You just need to come to Europe. It's a lot more exciting for a European for an American to come to Europe than it is for a European to go to America. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to give you as much thumbnail work as possible so you can come next year. I'm working on it. Oops. I think this will be a nice texture to blend into the floor of the tunnels. It's just a shame that this block isn't the same from all sides. I think this would be quite a fun one to decorate with if it was on all faces rather than just one. The other option is place dirt and then water bottle just underwater, just finding it. More mud gets to. Oh, wait, so you can, if I find like a river with dirt in, I can do a glass bottle in the river. And it's like instant refill, instant cast, and I can just then quickly go to town with the old shovel. Cherry, I don't want to talk about it, Cherry. I don't want to talk about it. Look, long story short, I thought that Yogs were collecting the money for my channel and giving me my cut each month. Apparently not the case. And I didn't realize until like yesterday. So when I went to the dashboard and looked at my earnings, like, not earnings, because I see my earnings on my analytics all the time, but when I looked at the payout thing, yeah, it said I've basically not been paid out, and there's money in there. there's 4 years worth of Twitch money in there, which is ridiculous. But in a way, it's good. Like, I guess it means that this whole time my YouTube alone has been supporting my life and feeding my family and this, that, and the other. And then now we're just going to have this nice sudden lump sum come through. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do with a decent chunk of that is I'm going to try and put money into a pension. Because a pension is something that I've never paid into, even back during the Fortnite days when I was making stupid money. I put all that money into this house. So I think it'd be nice to actually get a pension going and try and catch up with what somebody my age should have put away by now. Like, there's the state pension just for paying your taxes and stuff, but I want to have, you know, a private pension on top of that. You know what I mean? So that's the goal. So when I had all the Fortnite money, I put that into the house, which, you know, will sort itself one day. We'll live here for as long as we can. It's pushed me closer towards being mortgage free within a reasonable window of time. And then hopefully if I just start pushing money into a pension for the rest of this time, then when I'm older, then I'll be all good. I know this must be painful watching me mine Podzol, but I just don't have a shovel with Silk Touch at the moment, unfortunately. I mean, I can't see me needing more than that, right? Maybe I will. Maybe I should just do it. How much have I got currently? Does it tell me? Currently got 170. I probably need more than that. Did you give your kids like 50 quid each to spend in a toy store? That's everyone's dream when you were a kid. So funnily enough, that's literally what we did earlier on this week. Not with my money, but my dad and his wife for Robin's birthday sent a voucher for a toy store. So we took Robin the other day. I think the problem is, though, she's only just turned 3, and I think she just found it overwhelming. Not necessarily that she was getting upset or anything, but just, I think where she's still so young, she couldn't, it felt like she couldn't comprehend that she could have more than one toy. And we did say to her, he said, look, we'll put everything you like in the basket, then we'll get to the end and then we'll tell you what you can have. And we did that, and we said, look, you can have the monkey and you can have the magic potion, and oh, you can have the magic potion and the mirror if you want. Like, so we showed her, but she just, I think by that point it was almost, she'd had too many options already, and I think she just was in a bit of a grump. You know what I mean? Like, I think she was just a bit overwhelmed and a bit overstimulated, and everything was just no. She had the one thing she wanted, and it's like, well, that's fine, we can always just take her another time. What's funny is one of the things that Nettie showed her towards the end, we thought she'll love that. 100% she'll love that. She said no at the time. We get home, she looks in the catalogue that we brought back with us. It's the first thing she points out. We're like, are you kidding me? We told you. We told you not only half an hour ago, but at least we know she likes it. So she could go back and she could, you know, get it later. So it's not, you know, it's not the worst thing ever. Right, how much pods have I got now? I've got 260. I reckon we crest over 300, and I think that will be enough for the floors of the tunnel. And I think the other thing I'll do with the money that's going to come in as well is sort myself out with an office, because ever since I moved in here, my office has just been all of my possessions from my old office just sat on the floor. Most of it in boxes, and it is really organized, like, so it doesn't look like a mess, but it also doesn't look like it's purposeful. You know what I mean? So I can finally get my office done. I can decorate this backdrop a little bit, maybe get air conditioning put in. That'd be nice. So there's a lot of stuff I can do with that. Also, like, maybe I look into investing. I've never really invested money and don't know much about it. A few people that I know have got some really like low level, you know, low risk investments kind of thing that just, you're basically guaranteed to never lose the money you're only going to gain. Even if it's a much slower gain, that money's just going to always go up. So we'll see. What about your One Piece Lego? Yeah, I could get that. And I could build it on stream, which means that I can totally just expense it, which is great. As long as it's the center content piece for a live stream, I could totally do that. Pension and office. Yeah, it's a fair bit. Pension, office, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. The thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to put it all away places where I can't get to it and can't get it back out, just in case things get tough or whatever. It's going to be nice to just have a rainy day fund there as well for the business. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to just have all of it come in and have it all immediately go back out, because that's been my life this past year or two, which has been horrible. So I don't want to perpetuate that anymore. But yeah. Right, we are looking for muddy river to get some mud. Did anybody clarify where this mud farm is that Sausage supposedly has? What is that? What does it entail? Is that over at Tadpole's Rest, or has he got a different thing? Because that would be the kind of place where there would be mud. I'll take the steak. Right. I'm assuming there's some sand here. There is. Yeah, right. Let's quickly grab some sand. Get a bottle on the go. Have I got any cobble on me? I haven't. Excuse me. Just quickly make a crafting table. Not a crafting table, furnace. Let's see. Do I have wood? I don't have wood. And in goes the glass. Grab this coal. Nice. Make a glass bottle. Then we can get a bunch of mud. I don't think we need a crazy amount more mud. So, yeah, it should be good. One more. There we go. Nice. Let me see. Bottles. Here we go. I see what you were saying before about doing this. So because I'm basically picking the bottle straight back up, if I stand close enough to it. That's so funny. I love it. And then I've got my shovel. If I get rid of that. Nice. Oops. Sweet. Nice. Most satisfying sound ever. Yeah, you're telling me. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, let's go again. Can I stand up? Oh. It's such like a plunge, isn't it? Like it's like sounds like you're going into like one of those like cold plungers. Martin, there are easy farms for it. I mean, I don't need a ton right now. I'm sure you can tell me later on. I mean, you can tell me now if you want. Yeah, I'm all ears. Got nothing else to do. I'm just collecting mud. Yes. Although it looks like my inventory might be full of it, so let me pop down. No, what we got? Have we got any smaller stack counts? There you go. Sweet. Nice. All right. Ooh, to be fair, if it's not a crazy amount, you can do it manually. Yeah, I think I'm thinking that I want like maybe 4 or 5 stacks of it, which feels pretty doable. But like, what's the proposed method for doing it? The not the way that I'm doing it. Should I just have a bunch of dirt, a bunch of like soil, not soil, dirt in my offhand or something, and doing that kind of thing? You know, like when you're stripping like 1,000,000 logs or whatever. I don't know why I called it soil, I'll be real with you. Not a clue. Not Scooby. Oop, got it. It's a redstone thing, 2x3 as I see it. Oh. What sort of thing do you need for it? Is it done with like is it a dispenser or something? Are you dispensing like water bottles or water in some fashion? You want to pop it in? Are you in our Discord? Are you able to pop it in there? Wait, there we go. I'll have a look in a second on Discord. I'm a nosy. I mean, this would be good to know just for like future use. You know what I mean? By the way, if we hit the copper goal on for the copper cape or the golem cape, that's the thing that they've been doing on the Minecraft socials, which a little part of me is like, are we really working towards it? You know what I mean? Like it was like you have to spawn, is it mine X number of blocks or something? Oh, this is exciting. I've had confirmation from everybody in group 2 for the Dagger Heart thing. So, I might as well confirm it, right? Why not? you might as well get excited about it and know about it. So the second group that's going to play in the Misadventures Dagger Heart adventure is going to be... Oh, let me just pop this down somewhere. Which one was it in? Where was the mud? Mud was in that one. The second group is going to be... So this is the group that will play on the 9th and the 10th. So they're going to be playing it 2 days in a row, and they will basically finish it before the other group. But on the 9th and the 10th, we're going to have a Dagger Heart party, which is going to contain Scott, Drift, Sausage, and Sev, which is very exciting. So they're all going to be in a party together. They're going to be making their way to the land of misadventures. They'll come together at Orchidia. And they'll all be playing together, which is nice. And then I'll tell you what the other group is, because realistically, they've all given me dates that they said they're free, so I can't see why that would have changed in the last 24 hours, unless obviously an emergency comes up. But the other group is Ollie, Pixel Riffs, Eloise, and Cam. So they'll be playing on the Tuesday, the 7th, and then again on Tuesday, the 14th. Those are the 2 dates that they'll play in the adventure. That's what we've got pending so far. And then other people that signed up that I've not managed to get in this time around are Shelby, Avid. I hadn't even gotten around to getting a response from Cleo. Cleo never responded to anything from the Discord. Obviously, I hadn't asked Ren only because he was already playing in Dagger Heart stuff independently from it. Not that he couldn't have emoted to the post anyway, but maybe even he was like, oh, well, I'm already playing some, so I won't sign up for 2 things. Orion Sound Ollie, yep. So that is the 2 parties so far. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be good. I'm a little bit nervous about recording Vampires and then going straight into doing Dagger Heart for a few hours, but I'll just have to figure out my energy and myself on that day. You know what I mean? I would just have to go with it and just figure it out. Was I still collecting all the mud? There we go. Another mud stack. So yeah, it should be good. Should be good. And what's nice is if you've never seen Dagger Heart before and you're like, oh, well, I don't know if I'll watch because I don't know the rules. In the same fashion as the Quick Start adventure that I did with all the other players in the Back and Fork one that I did with Owen, Ren, Cherry, and Gracie, we'll be taking it nice and slow because pretty much every player that's going to be in this is brand new to Dagger Heart. So we'll be going through it nice and slowly, explaining stuff for the audience, explaining stuff to the players. I sort of told them all, like, don't worry about coming in knowing the game. You don't need to. Like, you'll come in, we'll take it step by step. It's all quite simple, honestly. Like, it's very streamlined to make the user experience nicer. How much money have I got? 233. I think that will be enough. Just checking I've not got any shulker boxes left around. All right, Overworld. Aha, here we are. But we'll see how it goes. What's nice is I think I know the first half of what I've written really well at this point, and it's only the latter half where I have a little bit of apprehension about, you know, is my knowledge strong enough on what I've written? But the nice thing about that is that we're not going to play that until at least the 10th. So I've basically still got another 6 days from now to kind of just do that. You know what I mean? Like, and learn it all properly. So I think that puts me at ease a bit. So the first stream on the 7th with Ollie Pix, Ellen Cam, like, I think I will be less panicked about that. Ollie has already warned me that when he plays games like this, he doesn't like being railroaded, which basically means that, like, the GM is quite uncompromising about going off the path and going to do random things and this, that, and the other. But that's actually something that I'm wanting to train this time around. Because when we did the Quick Start adventure, I was brand new. I was really nervous. Haven't done anything before. I know that Ollie is desperate when we play it to go to his location, which is just... gosh, where is it? It's like here, I want to say. No, there. So he's desperate to go to his location. So I am thinking maybe it might be worthwhile us coming up with some kind of scenario where the cultists have come over from here and maybe are trying to take refuge there or something like that. So because he's warned me that's something he might want to do, we could maybe account for that. If we just have a combat encounter ready, that could be quite good. Right, let's start replacing this floor with Podzol and see how it looks. Podzol. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I think this looks okay in places. We're not going to have all of it be Podzol. It's just going to be a bits and pieces, tweaks and changes. Is any of this oxidized yet? Probably not. I've barely been here, to be honest. That's fine. Oh, that music for a second there, I thought it was going to be a bit like one of the songs from Daft Punk's album, the Random Access Memories. It didn't quite go the direction I thought it was, but pretty cool. Nice. Fill this in. Oh, that is not what I wanted to fill it with. Is that my Silk Touch? It is. Nice. Does it oxidize underwater? Apparently so. Yeah, earlier on we noticed that. Can you say the classes of each player? No, I'll leave that up to them to do. They will describe their characters themselves and share with us what class they're playing. Yeah, I want to leave that up to the players. I don't want to take that away from them. And something that I'm going to do this time around as well, which is something some people pointed out last time, is try not to speak on behalf of the players or take agency away from them. That was a really, really good piece of feedback that I received last time about how I was running it and stuff, which is completely valid. And I caught myself in the moment doing it. And I think the only reason I had done it was just because I was very mindful of time and I was trying to ensure that we got through it all in one stream rather than fleshing things out to 2 streams. Because obviously it was everyone's first time playing it. So I didn't want it to be that they had to commit to 2 streams if they weren't enjoying it, which I guess is what I'm kind of falling victim to this time around, but that's fine. That's whatever. Worst case, they could say that they're not enjoying it, they don't want to play it again, and we can get a sub in. You know what I mean? Like, we can... That's something we can absolutely do. Let's pop another copper block here, I think. Nice. Where is that magma block? Is it still there? It is. You should have grabbed some rooted dirt from the azalea. Rooted dirt. Yeah. I mean, I suppose I could still go back there. I know roughly where it was. The map will be populated in the resource world. Adding this mod, I don't even know who said it. It might have even been me who suggested it. But this mod where it like pulls the items out of your shulker box when you do block pick. Oh my god, game changer. Makes your inventory actually feel stocked, which is great. What is dying there? Something's dying there. Are you okay, buddy? It wasn't, but it is now. Nice. Okay, good. Suppose do we want to go under that way? Maybe not. Let's have this be the floor. Let's see. Let's get on some water. I don't really understand what you're doing. Could you maybe explain what, as in this room here? So what I'm doing currently is I'm building a tunnel. So this tunnel is going all the way through this way. And it's going to be a maze tunnel where the path changes each time. And basically it leads to this place here, which is a dungeon I've made. A dungeon / challenge room. And this is what the dungeon looks like. So it's a big battle room. So the idea on the server, this will have a bunch of different waves of mobs that will spawn, I think is the plan. And then they'll get a reward at the end of it if they succeed. And what I'm doing currently is building the tunnels in order for the players to get there, is what I'm up to. That's what we're building. So the idea is that there will be lots of different pathways in order to get to where we're headed. Does that go to there? Oh, it does. Okay. So maybe if I do... I'll block that off. Nice. Does that feel good? Yeah, good. Let's get some podzol in there as well. We'll break all of these for now. After the campaigns, will the dungeon be a returnable dungeon for everyone else on the server? Yes. Yeah, yeah. That's the whole point of it. This is just like a fun and different way of revealing new content on the server for the players. That's kind of not really been done so far in Misadventures. Because Misadventures at its core is like a World of Warcraft D&D inspired world, SMP essentially. So I thought it'd be fun to like really blatantly lean into those influences, especially where it's a system that I was already wanting to learn. So it just kind of works out nicely for me. It all times out. Nice. What is happening here? Are you guys okay? Just don't get what's going on there. Not sure. We'll fill that up for now. Okay. Sweet. Let's get this ceiling filled in a bit more. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted, but it's fine. Oops. I'll get rid of that one, I think. There you go. Nice. Cool. Let's go up to here. Where'd my music go? Play. Let's go for... Give me some disco, actually. Where's disco? Oh, City Pop. Stop it. Oh, there's not many. God. What I'd give for City Pop to be more popular. Or just for there to be a load of City Pop music that's like royalty free. City Pop, if you don't know, is basically a genre of pop music that really picked up in Japan in like the... I think it was the mid-80s. Basically, they were mimicking pop music from the West. And obviously doing it in Japanese. And it had this really unique like kind of tone and like kind of dreamy vibe to it. Which a lot of people are now used nowadays in like lo-fi for samples and stuff like that. And yeah, basically like, to be honest, I probably could get away with playing it on the stream, but I'm not going to. But yeah, City Pop is a bop. But basically it's a genre that died out because they had a massive financial bubble burst, which meant that people stopped partying and going out quite as much and all this other sort of stuff. Apparently, this is all just from mini documentaries that I've watched. And yeah, basically, that is the crack. Ooh, okay. This will obviously be all textured as well. It's just getting the quantity in here at the minute. Maybe don't need quite as many extreme entrances at the front. We'll see. I like there being an opening there. Like, there doesn't need to be two there, right? Tsukoshi. Probably what we can do actually with that one. We're gonna drop this oxidized copper over here. Apparently stuff oxidizes quicker when it's next to oxidized blocks, so I suppose I'll just do this real quick. Nice. Nice. There we go. Oh, is this another tunnel choice? Also, if I'm seeing that there, does that mean that there's a dripstone cave beneath me here? I mean, there's... Yeah. Cannot break blocks... break... Blah, 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 blah. You cannot break blocks in the wilderness. Never mind. That's fine. Let's do that. So And this is probably going to be the final route through here. So let's do that. Lower this floor a bit as well, I think. We almost need like a pinned comment of what we're doing. Should we do that? Could one of the mods just quickly throw in like a comment saying like, we're currently building a maze, a tunnel of maze, a maze tunnel as a dungeon entrance or something like, I don't know how to word it, but you know what I mean? Have I really run out of mud again already? Can't believe it. I have as well. Run out of mud. Resource world. Oh yeah, I never looked at that thing, did I, in Discord? Let's have a look. General... Simple mud farm. Pause. Il Mango. See what you got, bud.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to show you what I think is the simplest way to build space, so I don't need to... If you want to use this...
Oh no. No. Too much. Too much. Already too much. Way too much. I don't care quite that much. I'm sure it is very efficient, but it'll take me longer to collect the stuff than the time it would take me to just get what I need for now, you know what I mean? I don't need tons more. I think I actually bailed a bit earlier than getting my 4 or 5 stacks, which is... I think my estimate was probably pretty good. I just didn't actually commit to the estimate. Get rid of dirt. Mud, there we go. Nice. Oh, you pinned it. Nice. Thank you very much. Let me check. I can't see pinned messages on my multi-chat thing. Let me check. I'll just load up my dashboard real quick. Martin's currently building a maze tunnel for his dungeon entrance for Misadventures. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you, dude. Tell you what, I'm not actually running an ad break yet today, which is really bad of me. Let's run an ad break, and it'll mean for the rest of the stream, no break, no commercials. See you in a few minutes. There you go. Nice. Back to it. Time to get muddy. Can't stand up for some reason. Nice. Alright, let's go. Is that mud picking up? It is. Lovely. Is that the same song again? There's only like a handful of songs in City Pop, which is a shame. City Pop just has such a fun vibe. I don't understand how it's not come back. I can't believe there's not been like a resurgence in it. I guess maybe nowadays everything needs to be a bit cooler and a bit more like, I don't know. I just think it's such a good genre.
The stream can always use more subscribers.
Hello, Beth. Thank you very much for the 6 months Prime. Welcome back. Hope you're doing good. What we got? Yeah, we're not miles away from that Podzol spot again. Now we're an inch or two closer. I really like this song. Jeez. Boo, boo, boo. How much have I got currently? Let me look in my inventory. Could we not? Thank you. Did I have any mud in any shulker boxes? I suppose I didn't, right? Let's pop some in there. Organize that. All the mud into there. Guess that's only 100 and something, isn't it? 133. We'll work on getting some more. You got me into City Pop now. I love it. Cheers for that. Hey, no worries. No worries at all. There are some really like vibey playlists. My favorite ones is like where basically there's people that have got like old vinyls of it, or it's just them mimicking old vinyls, and then they're playing it on like, you know, DJ decks in like some like overly botanical, like, I don't know, like greenhouse or like coffee shop or whatever, and it's a proper vibe. That's my favorite one. Bum, 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 bum. I guess really thinking about it now, my timeline on making it work on the serve. God, for some reason I thought that was like, I don't know what I thought it was. I think I thought it was a ghast at first. I was like, Jesus. It really threw me. We'll quickly pop down this shulker box. Nice. For a better, can you piss off? You want to go? You can go away. Oh, I can't leave him on his own. He's not going to survive. Sorry, buddy. I'm not sorry. Happy music. Who's that with the raid? Hey, But Girl Blondie. Thank you very much for the raid, dude. Come on in. Come on in. We are dungeon building. Well, I say dungeon building. Dungeon entrance building is what we're up to at the moment. Sayonara. Lights out. I always love the little English flex in the lyrics. It's great. You know what? Like, it almost has a slight... Maybe the reason I like it, and I like immediately, is because it almost reminds me a little bit of the music from Sonic R, which I liked back in the day. Speaking of, actually, I played last night whilst trying to catch up on Crit Roll Episode 1 for the new campaign. I played the new Sonic racing game for the first time. It's really good, isn't it? Really like it. I think I've had more enjoyment from playing that than I have the new Mario Kart. And I don't even think that's crazy to say. I think even like a lot of the review websites gave it a better score than the new Mario Kart World. So I don't think I'm alone in that feeling. But yeah, I've had a really good time with it. Oh, this song. What's this? Say a prayer. Say a prayer, sorry. What a vibe. Kirby Air Riders next month, yeah. I was hoping we were going to get to actually play the new Sonic racing game with everyone, like with the Wigglers, but just never happened. Right, let's go back to the overworld and see how much more we need for this. I think there should be an opening there. That is not what I wanted to do. I think basically this wall here. Maybe I do fill in just the roof here. There we go. Bring this all across a little bit. Ooh. You know what? I think one of my favorite things with City Pop is the fucking, like, jazzy bass lines. The bass guitar just kind of like, dunk, 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 dunk. Yeah, I'm fucking here, you know it. Yeah. Y'all like pop? Like, it's just there. It's like, yeah, I know I'm cool as shit. It's very nice. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that's not what I was going for. Bam, bam, bam. Even like the shape and layout of these walls at the moment, I'm not 100% jazzed about, but we will slowly but surely like build out the mold. At the minute, it's just kind of making lots of walls and floors and ceilings, and then we'll make them into something a bit more gamified soon enough. Intrigued actually. How are we looking through here? Oh, that is a whole nother wall. All right, fair. Ah, I see. That was a wall there. I tell you what, let's pull that wall to there and do that to there. Pull out this corner a little bit, so this has got a bit more of an open swimway. Yeah. Should just bring this with me, shouldn't I? I keep traveling back towards it. Let's do that. Okay. This music feels really familiar to me for some reason. I don't know why. Doodle doo 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 doo. And it's not because I've just listened to it a moment ago. There's another layer to this. Okay. Similar to Mario music. That's what I was thinking. I think it's the strings. Well, not strings. I don't even know what instrument that is, actually. I can't think of how to identify that instrument in my mind. Oh, wrong block. Is that going to push it out this way? No, I've lost my magma block. Good. Brilliant. Love that for me. Where the hell did it go? No, it's just straight gone. So we've got a few entrances here. You go through this way. We've got one tunnel there. Maybe there could be a way to go up and around here. I can put one there. Could be more the entrances are there and there, actually. There or there. Something like that. Boom, 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 boom. Nice, got it. All right, so they'll come through there and there. We'll have like that. And we'll have you two there. This could be a way through as well. This is a bit crazy, but we'll play it out, see how it goes. That would bring you out into here. So maybe we have block up here as well. So one more in this kind of spot, like there. Yeah, I think so. So if I block this off and have one that brings out here. This is my first Martin stream. Hello. Sorry, I'm not like lasered in on chat. It's just because I'm working hard. Working hard. Is he working hard or hardly working hard? Shut up, bruh. Let's throw this block. Yeah. I don't know what to do here because we've got that tunnel through that way. So you come through there. So we want that there. We want to come this way, and there's a way to go through left or right there. So I think I do want the break off in that direction. So let's bring that down a little bit. I think this will actually figure itself out quite quickly. I think once you're actually like trying to navigate it, that's when it becomes more apparent what's going to work and what's not. Like some of these definitely need to be wider, like I was saying before. I don't want it to feel too cramped. Where did my city pop go? Nice. So this tunnel here is an important one because that's always going to be one of the ways in. So I think actually this could do with going to... I don't think I want vocals. Instrumental. Yeah. So would there be a way in through that way? There could be a block of copper there. Oops, not there. There. Unless the idea is that actually this way will always be swimmable in. So you'll always get to at least like this point before you hit a threshold. Maybe that's the better way to go with this. So in that case, I will do this. Break those two. I think it should be a choice of 3 here to go through. Nice. Where's the magma? Dum, 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 dum. 1 second. Nice. So coming from this way. Just feels a bit tight, doesn't it? Maybe actually this goes here. There's a gap opening there. Block off this roof. It's one way that way, one way that way. Then you branch out into here. Sweet. And this is coming from the main tunnel, isn't it? Is that an entrance there? No. Okay. Maybe what I'll do is I'll get rid of the copper blocks for now and just navigate this, see how it feels. And this needs to feel a bit wider once you break through. That's an opening that shouldn't exist. Nice. Whoops, hold on a second. Hi Martin, sorry if you've already addressed this, but will you be doing another past life reaction stream? To be honest, I really need to, yeah. I think I've just been getting pulled into all of my projects as of late, so I need to figure out what exactly is going on with basically all of them. Yeah, I will be doing stuff in that realm soon enough. Like a video that I want to film maybe tomorrow is the Q&A for Past Life, the members only video. A little Q&A for that, so that's on my to-do list. Oh, there we go. That gives that a bit more headway. But yeah, there's lots of stuff like that that I want to be doing. Am I really out of mud again already? Surely not. Bloody hell. Oops. Definitely needs to become a thing, doesn't it? Let's open out this tunnel a bit. Go in here for a second for some air. Nice. Bum, 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 bum. Gosh. I'm not making it. I'm getting confused. Good luck to the players trying to get through to the tunnel. Maybe I do need the copper blocks in place. Maybe I'll put the copper blocks above the entrance ways where they're going to go through. So I have a visual indicator for me building it, but not necessarily getting blocked while trying to traverse it. I want it to kind of split people a bit more like that. assuming that's the end there. Oh, Christ. This is a lot. A lot of mess. You know what, actually? Look at this. Take out this middle wall. We'll rework this center portion. I think we've got a lot of wasted mud here. The walls only really need to be 1 thick, and I've got some walls that are a bit too stocky. Does the dungeon instance start before or after the tunnel? It starts after the tunnel. Yeah. So come into here, and then either go to there, or I think there. They're going to either go up and that way. We can do that. Yeah, so originally I wanted this challenge room just to exist and then people could just go and play it. But Lizzie said that she'd rather it be instanced. So we'll do the instance from the dungeon entrance, which requires them to stand still for like 10 seconds or whatever it is. So we'll have to design it around that. Let's see. Why does that make that like that? Is it because it needs a water source block somewhere? Is it after one there? Yeah, there you go. Something like that. Okay. Okay, I'm out of mud again. Oh boy. So that currently leads to just a dead end, which is not good. Maybe there's just too many entrances on the outside. Oh, man. This is a doozy. There's like 6 entrances on the outside. Fuck me. I'm probably just over-engineering this. I mean, it's not... I've not been trying to make it this difficult. It's just how it's kind of gone. We'll get there. There's elements of this that I'm enjoying and liking, just not all of it. I think what I need to try and do is empty my inventory a little bit. I think that's part of my problem at the moment. Is that not working? Why aren't you working, friend? There you go. I'm thinking about how nice the Nautilus will be for stuff like this. Yeah, you're telling me. Actually, let's keep dirt for now. Then you go through that way. Let's just make it out what we got for now. We'll make it pretty later on. So if they decide to go this way, then it's going to lead them to this tunnel, which leads them to here, which leads them to there. We almost need like a fork in the road here. Oh, I guess there is technically a fork in the road there. There's a lot of loose stone at the minute, which is annoying me. Maybe if I just quickly do this. That'll do. Nice. We get some mud back when you do the texturing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. Just trying to get a general structure down. What wall are you? Okay. So you're definitely needed at least there for a breakthrough moment. Then there's a breakthrough there. Then what I'll do here is I'll have an overhang there. And then we'll have a hole here maybe. Then an overhang there. And then out into this room. Now, I think this could be divided up into potentially 2. Something like that. What else isn't waterlogged in here? Something's not working here as intended, is it? All the blocks are getting a bit weird. I think we're almost there with it. Like almost. I don't know, I've done that. I've got the empty gap there. Oh, I did have the empty gap there. Not anymore. Ah! Whoops. Nope. Damn it. Hop out this way for some air. Tricky. To be fair, actually, all this mud here, right by this entrance, can go. Because you're never going to get as far as this anymore. Because the actual dungeon entrance will be over here. Grab all of this. Oops. Is that everything? Where's disco? Give me disco. New disco. I like me some new disco. Nice. All right, how much mud have I got now? 42. Okay, cool. I suppose this whole tunnel here could probably just open out now. Because this is going to be the final stretch, isn't it? Maybe I do that. Maybe I just break this out a bit sooner. We'll allow it to start bloating out here. And this is where we start bringing in the copper elements. So like to there. We'll do the final flecks of mud there. Then here is where we want the entrance to be. I suppose what I want to figure out is how to then make this devoid of water. That's part of the puzzle we'll need to figure out. Oops. Okay, good. We'll save that for the end, though. Then we need a final wall, don't we? I think doing this. So that can be one opening. That takes you to the finish. Like that. But then I also want to be able to come in from this side. coming in from this side would require me to break through a wall here. What's going on around here? Okay, so I do have a pathway that leads from here. That goes down and then around. In that case, then that can be there. Okay, good. Oops. Just get random dirt, fill this floor in. And that could lead you up into there, couldn't it? Why is there a copper block up there? What the fuck? Try and get rid of these awkward, non-existent blocks. Okay, cool. So really, there should be 4 entrances from here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4 there. So let's go. 4 can be lower down. That can be higher up. And then we've got a high and a low. Like we almost need a wall here potentially. Yeah, so from here you got 3 ways to go. You can even go through that gap there. The idea is that they're meant to find this tricky to navigate. So then there's a necessity to buy the swamp juice in Orchidia. Because that's a plot point both in-world and out-world. As in both in-world in Misadventures, but also in Dagger Heart as well. What have we got going on here? Okay. So is there a tunnel that breaks through here then? There is. There's a direction that comes from here. I'm now wondering whether all of the gaps should be too tall, sorry. So even if someone's not in swim mode and doesn't have sprint, whether they could still do it. Last thing I'd want is someone dying because... Oh, no, I guess they can always go to the resource world, right? Yeah, I suppose they can do that. Coming from here. And this is the main tunnel. So main tunnel, options 1, 2, 3. Let's figure out what this option looks like. That option there is coming from there. So as you come into here, you've got options 1, 2, 3. This is a lot of open space here. I don't like this top entrance. I think I'm going to scrap it. Not a fan of it. Okay, so they come in. Let's say they go left to begin with. They're met with 2 options. We could even cancel this one out. So you go that way. If you go this way, then you're met with this path and you got 3 options again, I suppose. 1, 2. This could definitely do with opening out. Let's give this some more height. Honestly excited to see how this campaign goes. Yeah, I mean, what I'm hoping is I'm hoping everyone really enjoys it, viewers and players alike, and that like people would be stoked about playing more of it or watching more of it, meaning that I have like another super fun content type that I can tap into. You know what I mean? I think, yeah, maybe I'll have all of these be 2 tall. So what are our options now? We've got 1, 2. Maybe just 2 entrances at the side then. Oops. No, it's not going to work. Right, just bring me in here so I get some air. Ooh. Didn't realise that was under there. Basalt might actually look quite nice with this as well. So if they're coming through here, make it too tall. So they're coming through here, they've got that. You can either go in through that way, or... yeah, let's close that off then. So they're coming that way, they can either go that way or that way to start with. Good. I'm going to put a copper block there and a copper block just here. So I'm going to put copper blocks at the feet of where people can move around. I think that's going to be the better visual indicator. So all the gaps are going to be 2 blocks big. There we go. Okay, so 2 blocks there. 2 blocks there. 2 blocks there. This will be 2 blocks here. Suppose maybe block that off for a moment. Then we're in the main tunnel way. And it's going to be 2 blocks there. Yeah, I think that option there is not going to work as intended. Pop a block there. There's a lot of wasted space here, isn't there? Can I salvage any mud back from this? Oh no, I suppose it's not wasted, it's just not ideal. It's fine. Okay. Go back out and get some oxygen. Having the damage effect off keeps making me think something else is drowning for a second. Yeah, I lowered it just because it was getting a bit annoying. Not today, to be fair. It was a different day I did that. So 2 there, 2 there. You go this way, and you've got 2 block gap here,
Stream could always
like
use
so,
more subscribers.
like that. The basalt's looking quite nice, actually. I think I have some of that spare somewhere. Could still be putting the podzol in as well, couldn't we? Get some of the podzol. Nice. Oxygen, please. Oops. That's not gonna work there. Bloody hell. We'll build a pocket in a wall real quick. I think we're getting there with the layout. It's slowly but surely formulating. I suppose actually this here is going to be a choice of 2 options. So let's grab that. Oh, that's the wrong pickaxe. Let's put a block of copper there. A block of copper here. Nice. Where's the pods all gone? Cool. So that one there, you can go that way or that way. Then that will take you up this way. You've got that way or potentially that way. Or are we saying no to that? It's kind of the same side of 2 walls. We will say no for now. We'll leave that like that. Okay, so they go left or right. Then in here they get a bit more of a split, and again it's a left or right. So we could do maybe rather than 3 ways each time, it can be a number of lefts and rights. I might making the compositions for this tunnel easier. Cool. So a left or right there. They go to here, then it's another left or right, which will lead them either this way. I think then there should be one here. Yeah, I think that works. They go through that way, which is the continuation of this one, I suppose. Yeah. Something like that. So you go through to there, and this one has a left or right. I'm assuming this is all blocked off now, yeah? Okay. That is only a 1 of 1, but then we open up the choice again. That one does not work. Fucking hell. How long does the water breathing potion give you? I might just go buy a bunch. I've got enough gold and everything for it. Let's go to 7. Is it only 45 seconds? Ah, oh, fuck that then. Really what I need to do is empty my inventory a bit. Oh, man. I'm aching from the gym yesterday, dude. It's killing me. What else can I put down? Yeah, I didn't have anything I wanted. All good. That's going to break the fish if I put it there. I can fit one more here. That's fine. I'll put another one there. I suppose I can put them on the walls as well. Oh, that's the one I actually do need. Don't need that one. Don't need that one either. Alright, cool. It's a little bit more organised. Just wanted a bit more space. Let's go. Which way? This way. So they come in here, option 1 or 2. They get to here, option 1 or 2. They get a free pass through here, but then it's going to be option 1 or 2. Option 1 would be that way, and I suppose option 2 would take them this way. So option 1 and option 2. And I suppose that needs to be a cut-off point, doesn't it? And then that would loop them around. That would loop them around this. Oh no, because that's going to loop to the same place. Not good. Okay, so get to here. What's the rules for this again? Oh, I can't remember, dude. We'll go out this way for a second. I can't break blocks here, fuck's sake. What am I going to do here? That's not what I was trying to do at all. We're almost here. We've almost made it. This is a lot trickier than I thought it'd be. I think this is so narrow when you get into it. I kind of want this to open up a bit. I want this tunnel to be wider when you finally get the find. You know what I mean? Yeah, this should be this wide once you arrive here. This should be the final entrance. It's just the getting here needs to be trickier, I think. Okay. Stand here for a second. Okay, so this is that way, that way, that way, that way. So I suppose, was there an option here before? There was. Okay. So those two options would take you in. So those two can always alternate. And that's the entrance there. I feel like this part here is not as tricky as it could be. I wonder whether this ought to be like this, and then this can potentially loop around into here. a bit of a dead end though. Never mind. So otherwise, this is a bit of a straight shot. So you got 1, 2, and you get to this room and you've got no choices. You've either got that way, which is fine, but we almost want a way to navigate back this way. Yeah, because look, we've got this whole wall here. Is there a way for it to go back this way as well? Can't stand it. Ah, there's a way for this to go to here. Okay, wait. Okay. You're thinking. So you get to here and you've got your 2 options, I suppose. You can loop back around this corner. This is a bit of a dead zone, so we'll... do that. So then you've got your 2 options. You go through that way. So then you go through that way. So in this room now, you've then got 3 options. That takes you to there. And that one takes you to there, and that could just lead you back out again. Sure. And when you come through here, what's the vibe? This entrance needs to come down. It's too high at the minute. Literally put this in the floor. Going to tank some damage for a bit so I can actually just get something done. All right, and then here is where we need a bit of a decision. I suppose what we need is maybe one way here actually takes you into the room, and then we need an alternate finish, which would be maybe around this side. So it's 2 ways into the same spot, I think. I think maybe that's what needs to happen here. Like that. And then we've got another entrance, which is just here. Okay, cool. Sure, let's try that. Cool. And that brings you from there, that brings you from there, and that one brings you from there. I think potentially we could have another one here. That one there. I don't like there's so many ways to come into here. Okay, I think I've kind of got this somewhat sussed out now. Let's see how this feels going from the first room. Well, I say first room, from here. So from here, you could swing a left, You've got 2 options there. You get to here. I guess that still is only 1 option, but then you're met with option 1, 2, and maybe 3 here. This one's going to wheel you around to here. Then that is an exit. Okay. Sweet. And then otherwise you have to go around this way. This is all a bit cramped, so let's lift the roof up a bit here. And you get to there. Then you get to here, and then you get to there. Okay, I think it's done. I think, layout-wise at least. So now we can just start replacing stuff and get some mud in here. Cool. There we are. I think that feels somewhat satisfying now. There's a lot of like random tunnels and pathways to navigate through. Feels a bit bad that there's not much choice there. Would that be too game breaking if I pop a hole here? Maybe not actually. Let's humor it. Let's humor that and put one here. Break that. Sure. Let's put mud here. Like this section here could just go down in general. Cool. That one goes to there. Then we've got 2 ways to finish. Sick. I think that's good. Nice. Okay, I think I've done the hard part now. And I can come through here and just texture it. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Just do it off stream and just get it done. Have some more like dropped bits here. Honestly, there's no reason this can't all just be dropped down. Like that. One, 2. This one's a bit of a free pass. Almost feels like that one just doesn't even need a thing. This could just be a long bit of stretch of long stretch of road. Sweet. That does need to tighten in there. Cool. Nice. All right, got it. So you come in, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, but you obviously would know to go this way. Then you can start just going crazy, looping around this way. And that way. And that way has options 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this way has option 1 for the end, where you got to go all the way around, and 2. So I've got to almost like put them in like couplets, I suppose. It's like it's either going to be this one or this one for the end, and you just have to ensure the route through actually works. Cool. Cool. And then we've got the tunnel at the end here, which should be easy enough. Man, if we had sponge, that would be very useful. But alas, I don't believe we do. Yay, we got it. We have some crazy wacky tunnels. Are you making secrets in the tunnel? That would be fun, right? It might be fun to have something silly in here, like something they can discover. Maybe it's like a rare chance that it happens. You know what I mean? Even if it was like an opening to like this area or something. Never thought of doing this. Spam clicking the bucket on a block here to give the air back. Very clever. Nice. So I guess my job tomorrow will be texture all of this, give it some sea pickles as well, and basically go from there with it. I think that can go. Bring that all down. Nice. Sweet. What I'm going to do now is move all of these up by a block so I know where the gaps are. We'll ensure that the gaps always stay as two blocks when they're actually open. This is more just for this. Nice. All right, cool. Well, thanks for watching me do that, chat. I know that's probably a little bit boring, but it is what it is. So I will texture, I will build sewer pipe entrance, and then once that's all done, I'll lay down some sea pickles to give it a little bit of light, and then I can hand it over to the admins. And hopefully they can build the entrance, get it instanced, then figure out how we're going to do all this. I basically need to now come back to this place with a load of honey, because loads of these are supposed to be looking like that, but they look like that. So I need to fix that and get some more texture back in here. Maybe bring back some of this green, although I'm not entirely hating that green just there. You know what I mean? Is that one waxed? Ah, it is. That's why. That makes sense. Interesting. In fact, what might even be worth doing is leaving it all to oxidize, and I can like shave it off as I go. Or sorry, re-wax as I go. What's the loot pool for the dungeon? Don't know just yet. First thing was obviously thinking that we would have spider webs, or cobwebs, sorry, because that's something people have been desperate for ages. So we'll get cobwebs in, and then we will get, I don't know. I mean, maybe sponge would be a good thing to get from here. Maybe sponge would be a cool one. I'm just like navigating through this now, seeing how it feels. I think it feels pretty good. got a nice twist and turn to it once you designate the spaces. But yes, sponge would be good. Will it still oxidize once instanced? No, to be honest, like, I'm sure they can go around and they can wax everything for me in creative mode or something, just to ensure that it stays the same. Look at the difference though. Like, it looks so different as soon as you do this. Ooh, suddenly it's moody. Is there going to be a requirement to enter the dungeon? I don't think so. I don't think I want to put any barriers to entry on it. I guess the requirement is to figure out the tunnel each time. I suppose that's the requirement of it, right? Because the idea is this tunnel will change each time, just so people are aware. So the tunnel will alter its pathing. Let me just do this because it's been bugging me for the longest time. There you go. The requirement is to play Dagger Heart with me. True. Cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I lost hope in the middle there a little bit, I'll be real, but I've managed to pull it back, which is awesome. So at least I've got my project for tomorrow. We'll be playing Dagger Heart on Tuesday, which is very exciting. And then hopefully we can hand this off to the admins tomorrow and see whether we can get... I mean, even if it's not playable tomorrow, it doesn't matter, but if it's just adding a few waves of mobs, I don't think that's going to be terribly difficult to program. And then, yeah, we'll get this in play. Yeah, it's exciting. All right, nice. If you decorate your room, would you stream it? I mean, if I decorate my office, I'm probably going to actually have somebody do it. So I don't think I'll stream that because they probably wouldn't want to be on camera. Right, which number is it? F7. There you go. Lovely. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Much appreciated. Finish recording. Muddy Tunnel. I'll call that replay file. Let's find out who's live on Twitch right now that we can go and raid. Let's see. Who's live? Oh, Scott's live. Let's go raid Scott. Scott's one of our players. Raid Smager. There we go. Nice. Yeah, Scott's going to be in the second group, but they will be the first group to finish the story. So Scott's group are going to be playing on the 9th and the 10th of October. So if you want to go and see that, that'd be wonderful. Basically, it's up to people whether they want to stream their perspective of it or whether they just solely want to play, and that's it. Totally up to them. All of the same resources will be available to them as I have for myself. So we will see how that plays out. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, everybody. And I'll see you. Am I seeing you tomorrow? Oh my God, I am seeing you tomorrow. I can't talk about tomorrow's stream just yet, but there's something cool coming. All right. Just, I know that's a really big teaser drop, but I promise you it's something really cool. All right. Anyway, bye. I completely forgot about it. I need to reply to the person about it. But yeah, big.